here to learn about the second step for accumulating positives. Last week we talked about accumulating positives in a short-term kind of way. You know, doing things like smelling roses, you guys practiced listening to music, you practiced looking at Mount Rainier, doing things every day that would get positive emotions going in your body as a way of reducing vulnerability to negative emotions. Today, we're embarking on a whole new adventure, and this is a class today about how to build the life you want, okay? How to build the life you want to live, the life you value. And that's the thing. If we can do that, we can create long-term happiness. And so this is really a cool class. And so the first thing I'd like you to do is I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that I have a magic wand. And I just want you to allow yourself to just say to yourself, I wish for, and answer that question. And I wish I was, and answer that question. Just allow whatever would float to the top, float to the top. Okay, good. Did everybody do it? Okay, fabulous, because that takes risk, doesn't it? To just imagine and believe in the possibility of having the life that you want. Now, the only way that you could allow yourself to do that is if you just for a moment believe that we have the tools to teach you how to do this, and we do. So listen up, and it's going to be a fun class. So, the steps are going to wise mind, and you've all been practicing that. Going to wise mind to figure out, what is it that I truly value? What kind of a life would I truly value? And then acting as if you believe in the possibility of having it. And then learning how to break it down into a goal and steps that you would take to achieve that goal. So there you have it, it's that simple. Now, of course, there's more to it. So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to grab your value sheets that are in front of you and go to, open to, I don't know the page numbers, but open there, and what you're going to do is go through that checklist and allowing wise mind to guide you. Check off the areas that are important to you, that speak to you. And make sure that, if you can, that you also ask yourself, is this what my wife wants, my mom wants, my church wants, or is this what I want? Is this what I value? And you can ask yourself, as you do this, if nobody else knew what I was checking off, if nobody else knew that I was taking these steps that I would have to take to get this goal, put this value in my life, embody it, would I still do it? So those are ways to help yourself figure that out. Okay, let's imagine you're done. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go through the values that you checked off on your list. And I want you to pick a couple and we're going to turn those into goals. Okay? So perhaps your value is to be independent, to be in charge of your own life, and you're still living at home. This is the example we're going to use to go through this process. So that's your value. Okay. But you're living at home. What might be a goal? What might be a goal that is achievable? Okay. Yeah. Moving out. Getting your own apartment. All right, that sounds good. So say that's your goal, right? Now, you have to kind of imagine that that's possible, don't you, in order to move forward. So you have to be willing to accept that it's possible. Then the next step is you're going to break it down into steps. So let's pick 5 possible steps as a group. Let's run that through. Okay. Let's pick the step that's most likely that you can do it this week, right? So it has to be small enough that you can do it this week. And it should be at least 50% possible that you can do it this week. Because what's really important about building one brick at a time, by one brick at a time, what's really important about that is you pick steps that are achievable now. That are achievable, not too easy, challenging, but achievable. Okay, so let's pick one. So you're thinking that the thing to do, so one achievable step might be, let's just ask the group, might be, okay, someone said start a bank account. Well, that sounds good. But okay, and then you have to think through obstacles. So you might not have a job. So it might be get a job. And then it might be, instead of that, an easier step would be to look on the internet for 10 minutes to see if there are any jobs you're interested in. Right? And that could be your first brick. Okay. So that's your homework.